Hey, 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 founders. Hello. Happy Friday. It's Friday, February 3rd, first Friday of the month. I'm Taunya. If we haven't met, I'm the founder of Nail the Numbers and the person behind all the messages that you've been reading over the last couple of weeks in the bottom line. In case you missed it, it is above. It's our manifesto, and it's how we do everything at Nail the Numbers, which is to see differently, know differently, and do differently. And so, because February is the month of love, we are going to be dedicating all of our issues this month to the topic of value. But we're actually going to start with you, the founder, and you owning your value because most of you don't see it and it breaks our heart. So, the question that we have for you today that you can take the weekend to answer is, how do you see yourself as a business owner? So be honest with that response, but actually really start to think about it. We asked it this morning in a boot camp, and here's some of the answers that we got back from the participants. They feel themselves as timid, isolated, struggling, hard worker, imposter, undervalued. And one of my least favorite adjectives, but unfortunately we see this over and over again, is small, right? That label of being called a small business owner typically puts us in a position where we feel small, less than, and then of course we price small, we pay ourselves small, and we profit small. So the first step to knowing differently and doing differently is to actually see exactly where we're at. So if you can do that this weekend, if you can take a hard look at that, that would be a great starting point. I'm then going to ask you, if you can, look at where you know your value is. Really start to own that. It's amazing how quickly we go to listing our deficits and what our weaknesses are, but we don't take stock of our strengths, right? So sit in that this weekend as well. And here's a tip for you. If you're not sure where to start on listing strengths, for every weakness, there is an opposite and equal strength. Isn't that fascinating? But we choose to sit in the weakness. So that's the second piece. Third piece, do differently. If you can, if you get there this weekend, but you can take all month to build this out. There's no time limit on it. There's no pressure, but start to do differently. So to do differently, really start to understand who is the persona, because we want you to do you. We just want you to understand who that you is. So start building the persona, right? When you start owning those strengths and those assets, how does that person walk and talk and behave and price, right? Really start to build that picture for yourself. So that's what we have for you this week. Owning that value, seeing, knowing, doing differently. As always, with my fiercest respect and admiration, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.